Boxing gloves and punch bags are not the first pieces of equipment you might think of when trying to help the mobility of people suffering the effects of Parkinson's disease. But there is growing evidence that some elements of boxing training can help mitigate some of the worst features of the disease and get sufferers moving more freely and able to enjoy physical exercise once again.
Well, interestingly enough, I got asked by one of the colleagues here today, Dawn, 3 years ago, would I mind working with her group? And I thought it was a bunch of kids. How wrong was I? They're the oldest kids I've ever worked with, as in it was her Parkinson's group from Bristol. And I said, of course I can do that. Let's try it out. A little bit frightened at first, but we took it on. And here we are 3 years later, after meeting every single Friday, more or less, apart from the public holidays and things. And, well, we've managed to do the first launch of for the national, for the Parkinson's boxing. And we hope now that this can be copied in gyms all around the country, so more and more Parkinson's people will have the opportunity to get into a boxing gym and use all those valuable exercises to help them, well, not cure Parkinson's, but certainly help negate some of it and still give them a life, and that's what we're doing.
Many of the exercises are straight out of a regular boxing class, all designed to get the joints, limbs and muscles working again. So this is a programme which could be rolled out to any boxing gym in the country.
Providing it's a registered boxing gym with, with a national governing body, it means it's fit for purpose. So they wouldn't have to do anything at all. If they're having other young people into the gym, then it should be perfect. Secondly, it's important that the coach that takes it on is experienced. So a level 2 coach really should be doing it. And the reason I'm saying that is because at the end of the day, they've been around the block a little bit. They should know their business, and they also are registered then to run a club. And all it is actually, it would be like just bringing in a bunch of little ones, starting from scratch and just being a bit gentler just to bring them up to the pattern. But once they got it, you can start to extend the program to suit each of the individuals in that group. And honestly, I've seen some fantastic rewards. People that couldn't walk when they came in, actually running around the gym. Really, little things like that. The very fact that they'll do partner pad work on punching their gloves without hurting one another, but the movement backwards, forwards, sideways, and throwing, it's absolute quality. And it's all because they want to learn, they want to be in a proper, real boxing environment, and they want to learn how to box. They're never going to touch one another. It's non-contact boxing, so they're as safe as they'll ever be. But the most important thing is, when they leave a gym session, they've been boxing. And when they talk to their friends, where have you been today? Oh, I've been down the boxing club, haven't I? Boxing. Wow. How nice is that for somebody in their 60s, 70s, 80s even, to be able to say that, especially if you've got something like Parkinson's.
And the Bristol experiment is beginning to attract interest from further afield, as well as from other activities which could be adapted to help Parkinson's sufferers.
I'm not a boxer, I'm a Nordic walker, but I teach a group of PWP on the Downs, people with Parkinson's group on the Downs. So I know Dawn and Nick, and they said you must come along and see what we're doing here with the boxing. And so I've come along really to observe and see if there's anything I can steal or learn for my group on the Downs. So there's several things I'm taking away. One, this excitement and enthusiasm that throughout the whole group here, and the idea that really it is helping them to stop the progression of this disease. But there's several very specific things. One is foot movement I'm going to take away and do lots more stuff moving feet, and really make more about games and interaction, which are the two things maybe we don't do in Nordic walking. So there's quite a crossover from the boxing world to Nordic walking. So it's been hugely valuable, really. And I think it's been an excellent course, super balanced between presentation and practical stuff. We've had individuals feeding back the fact that all the PWP people have been here to demonstrate and show how it's working for them, and you can see it without, any idiot can see how good it's been and how much people have enjoyed it. So really it's been an excellent day and I've really enjoyed it. So thank you all at the gym here and Nick and Dawn who've put it all together. So thanks everybody.
With no physical contact, everyone can progress at their own pace, and so far the evidence is that participants show a greater range of movement and balance, and also a more positive mental attitude too.
We've obviously been doing research on the work we've done here in Bristol, and it's positive. any form of exercise is positive for Parkinson's. In other words, it's not going to cure Parkinson's. Nothing can cure it, unfortunately. It's a degenerative disease. That being said, what it's actually doing is, instead of these people saying, oh, I've got Parkinson's, and all of a sudden they sort of fold up, stoop, start to shuffle when they walk and things like this, and all of a sudden feel really low and depressed about themselves, their self-esteem hits the floor. What this does, actually, is it gives them, it's like a brand new life, because all of a sudden from shuffling they start walking, from walking they start running, they're running in between the bags in the gym, they're punching the bags, they're able to move around punching pads. They're absolutely superb, and it's all because their self-esteem and confidence is going through the roof because they feel good about themselves. The good feel factor is the best thing that we can give these people, and what it's doing is it's actually getting the pheromones in the brain to work again, all for the benefit of making them want to do things instead of just sitting there and waiting for things bad to happen.
Change over now. Go on, keep in there, mate. Keep in there. You know what you're doing. Good. Go forward. Go on, keep going forward. Keep going. Go after him. Go after him. Push it back. Right, okay, that'll do.